Peak English Podcast.
From Peak English with Class. Hey, English learners. Welcome back to the Peak English Podcast. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Alex. And as always, we're really happy you decided to spend a little bit of your day with us. Now, before we jump in, I want to remind you that this is a B1 to B2 level episode. If you don't understand every single word today, just relax. You can always listen again and again.
Exactly. Just grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and let the English wash over you. No stress here.
Definitely no stress. Well, except for the story I am about to tell you.
Uh-oh. When you start with uh-oh, I know it's going to be a messy story. What happened?
Well, yesterday, a friend asked me to meet for dinner, and I really wanted to say no because I was exhausted.
Wait, you were exhausted? Like physically tired?
Yeah, I was totally running on empty.
Oh, let's pause there. Running on empty. That means you have zero energy left, right? Like a car with no gasoline?
Exactly! It means you are completely out of energy, physically or mentally. For example, last week I worked 10 hours straight, skipped my lunch, and by 8 p.m. I was completely running on empty.
Oh, I know that feeling. Like when I study English all night and the next morning I can't even remember my own name. I am running on empty.
Spot on, Sarah. So I was running on empty. I just wanted to sleep.
But let me guess. You said yes to the dinner, didn't you?
Of course I said yes. I gave the absolute classic tired person answer. I texted back, "Sure, no problem."
Sure, no problem. That is the exact sentence people say when there's absolutely a big problem.
It really is. It was a polite text, but my body was completely unhappy.
Honestly, Alex, that is so relatable. I do the exact same thing.
I went to the dinner. I smiled. I talked and I laughed a little. But inside, my brain was screaming, I should be home resting.
I completely agree. We just try so hard to be the good friend.
Right. And it made me realize something deep. Sometimes we don't dislike other people. We just keep ignoring ourselves.
Wow. We just keep ignoring ourselves. That is a really powerful line, Alex.
Thank you. It's the sad truth. We say yes to everyone, but we say no to our own peace.
Exactly. And that brings us right into today's topic, doesn't it?
It does. Today, we are talking about learning to love yourself more, the real path to finding yourself.
Okay, but when people hear self-love, they think about expensive spa days, lighting candles, or having perfect confidence.
Yeah, social media makes it look like that. But self-love is not always candles or spa days.
So what is it then?
Sometimes self-love is simply going home when you are tired. Sometimes it means not replying to a text message immediately.
Wow, really? Just not replying?
Exactly. Today, I am going to share a surprising, tiny psychological habit that will completely stop you from leaving yourself last every single time.
Ooh, I need this because I always leave myself for last.
And the best part is, this habit will help you protect your energy without making you look selfish to your friends.
That sounds perfect. I am so ready for this.
But before we get into the psychology, we want to pause and check in with you, our listeners.
Yes, we love this part. We want to know exactly how your emotional battery is feeling today.
It is so easy to go through the whole week without asking yourself, how do I actually feel?
Right, we just run around like robots.
So, let's stop the robot mode. Right now, open the comment section down below.
We want you to write a very simple sentence. Tell us your name, your country, and your honest feeling. Just write, I'm name from country, and today I feel...
And listen, you don't have to pretend to be perfectly happy.
Exactly. This channel is a safe space.
If you are exhausted, write, I feel exhausted. If you are feeling a little lost in life, write, I feel lost.
Or, if you are having a great day, write, I feel amazing. There is absolutely no wrong answer here.
Honestly, acknowledging your true feelings is the very first step to self-love.
So true. Pause the audio right now, drop your comment, and then come right back. We read every single one of them.
All right, Sarah, are you ready to dive into the core conversation?
I am grabbing my notebook right now. Let's do it. Okay, let's get right into it. You know, Alex, my biggest struggle with self love is that I just want to make everyone else happy.
The classic people pleaser. I know that feeling well.
It is exhausting. Last week, I spent my entire weekend helping a friend move to a new apartment.
That sounds like a nice thing to do. What was the problem?
Well, I was already sick, but I didn't want her to think I was a bad friend. So I completely ignored my own body.
Right. You put her needs first, and you started to neglect your own needs.
Oh, wait, let's explain that word for our listeners. Neglect.
Yes, go ahead, Sarah.
To neglect something means to ignore it or to not take care of it properly. For example, if I buy a beautiful houseplant, but I forget to water it for an entire month, I am neglecting the plant.
That is a perfect example. And the sad truth is, we often treat our own bodies like that poor, unwatered plant.
We really do. But why? Why is it so hard to just say, hey, I need to rest today?
Because of a very deep psychological trap. Let me tell you about a time I fell right into it.
I am all ears.
A few years ago, I was sitting alone in my car, parked outside a grocery store. It was raining heavily, and I was just staring blankly at my phone screen.
Just sitting in the rain? You must have been going through something heavy.
I was. A colleague had just texted me, asking me to take over their massive project for the weekend. My chest felt incredibly tight, like I couldn't even breathe.
Oh no. That physical anxiety is the worst. What were you thinking in that moment?
My raw thoughts were just spinning. I thought, if I say no, they will hate me. They will think I am lazy.
You were terrified of their reaction.
Exactly. I literally whispered out loud to myself in the empty car, I don't want to do this. But I typed yes anyway.
Oh, Alex. You abandoned yourself in that moment.
I did, and it was all because I desperately needed their approval.
Let's pause to catch that word. Approval.
Yes, can you break it down for us, Sarah?
Of course. Approval means wanting someone to accept, praise, or agree with you. For instance, when I cook a brand new dinner recipe, I stare at my husband while he takes the first bite because I desperately want his approval.
We all do that. But here is the problem. When your peace depends on other people's approval, you hand them the remote control to your mood.
Wow. Handing them the remote control. That makes so much sense. We literally let them change our channels.
Exactly, which leads us to the very first tiny habit of self-love. I call it the 10-minute shield.
Ooh, the 10-minute shield. How do we use it?
It is very simple. Whenever someone asks you for a favor, you must completely stop yourself from answering immediately.
Wait, really? Even if it is a simple text message?
Especially if it is a text. You simply reply, let me check my schedule and I will get back to you. Then you wait 10 full minutes.
That is brilliant. You buy yourself time to actually think.
Exactly. In those 10 minutes, you check your own emotional battery. You ask yourself, do I actually have the energy for this, or am I just looking for approval?
I am definitely writing that down. Let me check my schedule. It sounds so polite, but it protects your peace.
Exactly. It is a game changer. But Sarah, what happens when we do say yes too often? How does it feel a few days later?
Oh, it feels terrible. You start to feel incredibly bitter. Like you are smiling on the outside, but inside you are boiling.
Yes, that boiling feeling, that is called resentment.
Oh, let's explain that one. Resentment.
Good catch. How would you explain it in simple English?
Resentment is that quiet anger that builds up slowly when you feel something is unfair. Like if I always drive my friend to work every single morning, but she never ever offers to pay for gas, I will start to feel resentment.
That is a perfect real-life example. Resentment happens when we give too much, but we don't get the same respect back.
I have definitely been there. Let me tell you about a time resentment almost ruined a friendship for me.
I would love to hear it.
I was in my bedroom, aggressively folding laundry. It was 11 p.m. on a Sunday.
Aggressively folding laundry is a very specific mood.
It was! Because my friend had promised to help me organize my house, but she canceled at the very last minute for the third time that month.
Oh, that is so frustrating. 3 times is a pattern.
My hands were literally shaking with anger while I folded those shirts. I kept thinking, I do everything for her and she doesn't care about me at all.
Your chest must have felt so heavy with that anger.
It did. I threw a towel on the bed and I said out loud to the empty room, "This is so incredibly unfair."
That right there, that is pure resentment. But here is the hard truth, Sarah. Whose fault was it?
Well, I wanted to say it was her fault, but honestly, it was my fault.
Why do you say that?
Because I never told her how I felt. I kept pretending everything was totally fine to keep the peace. But the peace was only on the outside.
Exactly. Inside, you were not peaceful at all, and that brings us to the second tiny habit for self-love, the honest boundary.
The honest boundary. How do we set one without starting a massive argument?
You use the I feel formula. Instead of attacking the other person, you focus on your own experience.
Can you give me an example? How should I have texted my friend?
You could have texted, "Hey, I feel really overwhelmed when plans get canceled at the last minute. I need to make sure my time is respected."
Wow, that is so direct. But it isn't mean at all.
Exactly, because you need to have enough self-respect to protect your own time.
Oh, let's pause right there. Self-respect.
You are fast today, Sarah. Go ahead.
Self-respect simply means treating yourself like you actually matter. It means valuing yourself. For example, when my boss yelled at me disrespectfully, I had the self-respect to calmly say, "Please do not speak to me that way."
Yes, I love that. When you have self-respect, you stop letting people walk all over you.
Oh, another one! Walk all over you.
We are on a roll today. Let me explain this one. To walk all over someone means to take advantage of them or treat them badly because you know they won't fight back.
Right, like a doormat.
Exactly. For a real-life example, my old roommate used to eat all my groceries and never pay me back. Because I never complained, I basically let him walk all over me.
Oh, the classic bad roommate story. But you are right. We have to draw a line.
Yes, which leads us to the final and most difficult part of loving yourself.
What is the most difficult part?
How you treat yourself when you completely mess up. When you make a big mistake.
Ugh, I am terrible at this. I am my own worst enemy.
How so? What happens when you make a mistake?
If I forget an important email, or if I accidentally break a glass in the kitchen, the very first voice in my head says, "Sarah, you are such an idiot."
It is wild how cruel we can be to ourselves. We say things to ourselves that we would never say to another human being.
It is so true. If I spoke to my best friend the way I speak to myself, she would never talk to me again.
Exactly. I used to beat myself up all the time.
Oh, let's grab that phrase. Beat yourself up.
Yes, to beat yourself up doesn't mean hitting yourself physically. It means criticizing yourself very harshly over a mistake.
Right. For example, if I fail a math test and I spend 3 days crying and calling myself stupid, I am beating myself up over it.
Perfect example. A few months ago, I was in my kitchen making coffee. I turned around too fast and I knocked my favorite mug right onto the floor. It completely shattered.
Oh no, the favorite mug. That hurts.
It was a mess. Coffee was everywhere. I just stood there staring at the broken pieces. My stomach completely dropped, and I felt this rush of heat in my face.
What was going through your mind?
My raw thoughts were so dark. I thought, you can't even make coffee right. You are a complete failure.
Over a coffee mug? Alex, that is so heavy.
I know. My friend was actually sitting at the kitchen table. He looked at me, saw my face, and softly asked, Alex, are you okay?
What did you tell him?
I pointed at the floor and whispered, I just ruin everything.
Oh, my heart breaks hearing that. We are so blind to our own worth sometimes.
We are. But my friend stood up, grabbed a towel, and said, It's just a cup, man. You are tired. Go sit down. I will clean it up.
That is a really good friend.
He is. And he showed me exactly what we need to learn to give ourselves. He showed me compassion.
That is a beautiful word to explain compassion.
Take it away, Sarah.
Compassion means showing kindness, warmth, and understanding when someone is struggling. Like when my little brother lost his football game and was crying, I didn't yell at him. I bought him ice cream. That is compassion.
Exactly. And self-compassion means giving that exact same kindness to yourself. You have to make yourself a priority.
Wait, one last word explanation. Priority.
We are crushing the vocabulary today. Go for it.
A priority is something very important that you choose to give your time and attention to. For example, paying my rent on time is a huge priority for me. I cannot ignore it.
Beautifully explained. And just like paying your rent, your mental health must be a priority. Which brings us to the third and final tiny habit, the friend switch.
The friend switch? How does that work?
Whenever you make a mistake and you hear that cruel voice in your head calling you an idiot, you immediately hit the friend switch.
So, I pretend I am talking to a friend?
Exactly. You stop and you ask yourself out loud, what would I say right now if my best friend had just made this exact same mistake?
Oh, wow. If my best friend broke a coffee mug, I would say, "Oh my gosh, are you hurt? Don't worry about the mess. Let's clean it up together. It's just a cup."
Boom. You see the difference? You instantly replace judgment with compassion.
That is incredibly powerful, Alex. I feel like a weight just lifted off my shoulders.
I am so glad, Sarah, because you deserve that same kindness. We all do. Before we jump over to the word tour, Sarah, let's do a recap.
Yes, I love recaps. It makes me feel like I actually learned something today, and my brain can finally organize it.
You definitely learned a lot today. So, we talked about 3 tiny habits to help you stop putting yourself last.
Right, the first one was the 10-minute shield. When someone texts you for a favor, never answer right away. Just say, "Let me check my schedule."
Exactly. Buy yourself time to check your own energy. The second habit was the honest boundary.
If you feel that quiet anger building up, you use the "I feel" formula. You protect your peace before resentment ruins the friendship.
Spot on. And the third habit, which I think is the most powerful, was the friend switch.
Oh, I am going to use this one every day. When you make a mistake, stop being so cruel to yourself.
Right. You talk to yourself with the exact same warmth and forgiveness that you would show your best friend.
It sounds so simple, but it really changes everything. I feel so much lighter just talking about it.
I am so glad. Now it is time for the word tour.
Yay, my favorite part. We selected 5 keywords from today's episode to help you remember them forever.
For each word, we will read it, explain it simply, give you 2 real-life examples, and then give you a chance to practice speaking.
Let's do it! Word number 1 is approval.
Approval means acceptance, praise, or agreement from other people. It is when you want someone to tell you that you did a good job.
Example 1. She spent 3 hours picking an outfit because she wanted her friend's approval.
Example 2. I am learning not to depend on other people's approval to feel happy.
Now repeat after me. I am learning not to depend on other people's approval.
Great job. Word number 2 is resentment.
Resentment is the anger that builds slowly when you feel something is unfair. It happens when you keep saying yes, but you really want to say no.
Example 1. He felt a lot of resentment after paying for dinner 3 times in a row.
Example 2. You need to speak honestly before resentment builds up.
Now, repeat after me. You need to speak honestly before resentment builds up.
Beautiful! Word number 3 is neglect.
To neglect means to ignore something or to not take care of it properly. You can neglect a plant or you can neglect your own health.
Example 1. Because he was working so hard, he started to neglect his sleep.
Example 2. I sometimes neglect my own needs to help my family.
Now repeat after me. I sometimes neglect my own needs to help my family.
Excellent. Word number 4 is self-respect.
Self-respect means treating yourself like you matter. It means you do not let other people treat you badly.
Example 1. Leaving that toxic job took a lot of courage and self-respect.
Example 2. Having self-respect means not ignoring my own feelings.
Now, repeat after me. Having self-respect means not ignoring my own feelings.
You are doing so well. Our final word today is compassion.
Compassion means showing kindness and understanding when someone is struggling. And self-compassion means giving that exact same kindness to yourself.
Example 1. The teacher showed great compassion when the student started crying.
Example 2. I need to show myself some compassion when I make a mistake.
Now repeat after me. I need to show myself some compassion when I make a mistake.
You guys did an absolutely amazing job today. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with us.
Yes! Whether you are cooking dinner right now, commuting on the bus, or just relaxing in bed, we appreciate you so much.
We really do. If you found today's conversation helpful, please take 1 second to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps our little community grow.
And don't forget to practice those tiny habits this week. Try the 10-minute shield.
Now, if you are ready to keep improving your life, there is a secret to protecting your peace that most people don't know.
Ooh, a secret? What is it?
If you found this helpful, click on the next video on the screen to learn about never share your plans. Work in silence and let your results speak for themselves.
Wow, that sounds incredibly powerful. I am definitely clicking on that right now.
You should. We will see you all over in that next video.
This is Sarah.
And this is Alex. You've been listening to the Peak English Podcast. Bye.
Your progress doesn't end here. To continue advancing your Speak English skills, click on the next video or explore the additional videos we've thoughtfully selected for you.